In the lab, death detectives scanned Jason and found his bodily functions like expired milk, making selling him as a specimen his only option, while Rowan's cells still had life. With nano-regeneration tech, Rowan's dead cells revive like watering a plant. On program start, nanobots swiftly wrap Rowan like bees on a flower. Through the microscope, the nanobots were diligently fixing Rowan's cells, like mechanics working on a car, and when repair progress hit 100%, our 400-year napping buddy finally woke up. Waking up, he was dazed, staring at our familiar faces like aliens, instinctively throwing a welcome punch at the professor. Professor reassured Rowan, "Don't worry, we're your best pals." He realized he was adored by quirky scientists, not saved. But he remembered his frozen Jason and rushed to ask about him. When told another body was named Jason, the professor seemed unaware of the impending crisis. The professor even lied, claiming they hadn't brought Lord Jason aboard, relaxing Rowan as he learned the ship had sailed into 2455 like stepping. Rowan couldn't believe he'd been frozen for 455 years. The doctors must be in the choir because they treated him like the star of an ice theater. Finding bodies on Earth isn't rare, but intact after 400 years. It's like a time capsule. When the professor mentioned the body was named Jason Voorhees, the boss was as thrilled as if he'd won the lottery, knowing this guy was the legendary killer from Crystal Lake. If they find a wealthy mark, financial freedom is near. The professor and boss Remus bending, unaware of the horror in the lab. A female researcher studying a corpse suddenly cut out tissue for the microscope as Jason, behind her, surprisingly revived. Realizing something was wrong, the researcher turned to find the table empty, and before reacting, Jason had her firmly. He tossed her out like a ball, and the soundproofing worked so well that the co-workers had no clue what just happened. The researcher headed towards death, and Jason quickly grabbed and shoved her into the liquid nitrogen pool. Ultra-cooled liquid nitrogen instantly froze her face. Jason yanked her up, smashing her down. Her body was shattered, yet the real slaughter began. Jason selected weapons, like choosing lunch, stocking the ship for his next target. Meanwhile, Rowan was back to normal. Seeing Jason's weapon, he realized had been duped, though he knew Jason was dangerous. The money-obsessed professor dismissed it, muttering, "Our checks show Jason has no vital signs." Lost in wealth fantasy. Uneasy, Rowan decided to check things out himself, only to find the woman's corpse in the lab, while Jason was already MIA. The security chief instantly ordered everyone to arm up and gather, ready to hunt for Jason like hungry wolves. Soon the team assembled, but they were missing one member. A blood-covered woman approached them, claiming her boyfriend had met a gruesome fate at Jason's hands. Things were getting dicey, so the captain decided to take Jason down for good. However, the professor stood up to protest, still dreaming of riches. "Just leave one Jason alive, and the captain will get 50. The captain agreed on the surface, but turned around and told the team to open fire safety first, after all. On the other side, a teammate searching encountered a monster. Agile, he dodged and killed it, like sounding the war horn. But it was just a virtual game monster's fake. They were about to move on when footsteps approached from behind, like a zombie horde. Turning around, they saw a man who effortlessly sliced the monster in half. Who else but Jason? The two thought the game glitched, but Jason casually hacked the spear apart as the bald guy prepared to relax. But just as he was about to laugh, his head went snap and fell. Luckily, it was just virtual, and they were fine in reality. As the game ended, he wouldn't see tomorrow's sun. Jason lifted the spear high, and the bald guy thought, "Oh no," quickly pulling out the real knife to threaten him. Seeing Jason emboldened, the bald guy bravely pulled the trigger, but Jason merely lowered the spear and walked towards him. A bullet hit Jason's back. He retaliated swiftly and ferociously like an angry bull. Jason spun, grabbed the bald guy, slammed him to the wall. By the team's arrival, they had met their maker. At that moment, Jason turned his sights on the busy engineer in the lab, who was too preoccupied to notice the lurking danger. Just as he glanced in the mirror and caught a glimpse of Jason's terrifying face, Jason raised his big axe. The captain arrived in time, saved the engineer, but Jason vanished. The team kept searching. They didn't know Jason was hiding in the shadows, ready to eliminate them one by one. A teammate was attacked from behind by Jason. His fate was sealed. Another spotted Jason, but was no match. A few punches felt like a scratch, while Jason won with one punch. In just a few minutes, the team lost over half its members without seeing the enemy. One teammate sensed something wrong and turned to shoot. But he found his throat-slit female teammate and knelt in despair. Then Jason appeared, and the enraged teammate opened fire. Suddenly, he had Jason retreating repeatedly until he was mercilessly sliced in half, like a live-action version of dismantling the bomb. The last female teammate learned Jason hung her on a hook. Now only the captain remains, cautiously searching alone in the dark. But this time, he wouldn't escape Jason's clutches either. Jason reached through the steel door, grabbing him and puncturing his waist with the sharp spike, eliciting a chorus of howls. Hearing the captain's screams, everyone panicked. The professor then believed Rowan. Their only survival chance was the nearest space station. The pilot cheered, but Jason silently slipped into the cockpit, giving him a ticket to meet his maker. With the pilot gone and without control, the ship ruthlessly crashed into the space station ahead of game over. They not only lost the chance for rescue, but also took down the entire space station, with the ship suffering irreparable damage. As they sent distress signals and assessed the damage, a loud crash reverberated in the door outside. Thankfully, the steel door held, and the banging abruptly ceased. It seemed their assailants had given up, but just as Rowan stepped forward to check, Jason made his grand entrance through the window. Everyone instantly panicked and ran, turning it into a slapstick comedy. The bots behind shut the door, but when they regained consciousness, the professor was gone. They excitedly thought of how to profit. The money train has arrived.